What is going on, guys? Today is November 14th and I'm actually back in my Florida house right now. Last time you saw me, I was in Canada and we had just moved into our new apartment there. Jeff and I are going back to Kelowna after the American Thanksgiving. And today I'm gonna be taking you through a back workout. Rashawn is here from Canada. We brought him with us to help us out with some filming and editing and pictures and all that fun stuff. Jeff and Rashawn are in Rashawn's room right now editing a vlog that we just did. Jeff and I did a couples leg workout. I'll link it down below. But for right now, I'm gonna make them lunch. They've been working all morning and I'm actually cooking on the grill, making some chicken. So I probably have to flip it. Whew. Gonna cook that up, make them some lunch. I'm going to give you a little bit of a bulking update. So in my last video, I talked about how I am bulking. So right now I'm about 1 pound to 1.5 pounds up from my initial weigh-in, so things are on track. My next video, I might do another physique update, but if you follow me on Instagram, which you should, this is my Instagram here, you can kind of keep track of my more weekly bulking update. I'm also going to be talking to you guys a little bit about the exam I'm studying for. I'm actually studying for the CSCS, and I thought it would be really helpful to tell you guys how I'm going to be studying for it. So I'll catch you in a minute. All right, so this is what I have for studying for the CSCS, which is the Certified Strength and Conditioning Specialist exam. So I have the actual textbook, then I have a study guide, and then I have a flashcard book here, so I'm all set. Kind of want to show you how I'm going to be studying for the exam. So I'm going through the textbook first, and this is how I studied in undergrad, my master's, and the didactic work I had to do for my PhD. So I'm going through the textbook first, going through every single chapter and reading it and taking very thorough notes. This might be helpful if you're also a student. So what I do is per chapter is I make really comprehensive notes. It does take me a long time, but it's definitely worth it. So for chapter 1, for example, I'll make notes that look like this, and it'll be shorthanded notes of a summary of the entire chapter. So this chapter 1, it'll be like a packet, and I'll write everything out, everything that I think is really important. I'll even draw images that I find are important. And from there, I really remember a lot of what I wrote down here. Unlike reading a chapter where sometimes you read an entire chapter and you don't even know what you just read, if you write it down and you take really good notes, not in the book, but on paper, then you create a form of a study guide for you to then refer back to. So I'll do this for chapter 1. I'll have a packet for chapter 1, and then I'll do it for chapter 2, and I'll have a packet for chapter 2, and then I'll do it for chapter 3. Now, because I'm not in a formal academic institution where I'm sitting down and I have examinations, what I plan on doing is kind of breaking it up because I've done so much coursework. I know like chapters 1, 2, and 3 might be like considered one exam. Instead of going back into the book, I'd go back to my notes and then I'd study chapters 1, 2, and 3 as if I had like a little exam before moving on to chapters, say 4, 5, and 6. And I would do the exact same thing for those. And at the very end, I'd have 12 packets, one for every chapter. So then I would jump to the study guide, go through the flashcards, I'd have my packets of notes, and then I'd probably go ahead and take the exam. And that's how I would treat any course that I was in. That's how I did, like I said, all of my other courses while I was studying, and it's really helpful. It's time consuming, but you actually learn the material as you're writing out all of your notes. It's much more efficient, in my opinion, than just reading chapters over and over and you never remember what you even read at all. So I hope that was really helpful. If you're in courses, give it a try. I hope to take this before the end of the year. And yeah, so I'll have my CSCS. And this is going to be lunch. There's some chicken breast here. I just topped it with some lemon pepper seasoning. And then I made some fried rice. I just made jasmine white rice, and then I mixed in some soy sauce and some light butter, and then I mixed in some vegetables, and that's my kind of makeshift fried rice. So I'm gonna have that, give some to the boys as well, and that's lunch. So the boys have been working on a vlog all morning. It's already, what is it, 2 o'clock now? 2. Yeah, so I'm feeding them. Anyone know what these numbers mean?
Yeah, it's a code.
Rashawn has been hard at work. Did you sleep last night, Rashawn?
I slept for an hour and a half.
An hour and a half?
Yeah, I'm good though.
Oh my goodness. All right, you guys enjoy.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Gonna eat some too. And I'll check in with you before I go to the gym with my pre-workout. So it is quite a bit later now. It is like 7:30 at night. We're going to the gym a little bit later as to respect the people in the gym. So there's not as many people later at night. I'm gonna have a pre-workout meal, which I'm having with the Joseph Lavish wrap bread things. Then with the fat-free cheddar cheese, which I don't like to have a lot of fat before I work out. And then the chicken that I cooked up earlier today and threw a little bit of lettuce and then a pickle. A pickle? On each of those for a little bit of crunch, and I'm gonna eat this. So this is what it looks like after I made it. It's not very pretty or anything, but
those look pretty good actually.
He's my food critic. So I'm gonna have this, and I'm also going to have 2 scoops of high volume, which is the non-stimulant pre-workout. It's perfect for late at night. So I'm gonna take 2 scoops of this, stir that up, and then I'm gonna go to the gym and do a back workout. So I will see you in the gym and I will catch you in the voiceover. This is delicious, by the way. If you can find these wraps, you should make this. It's yummy.
Can I try? Fine.
No.
Just one bite. Those pickles look good.
You're dropping cheese.
Mmm. Surprisingly really good. Pickle makes it yummy.
Surprisingly.
No, I mean, it doesn't look outstanding. It looks like a simple wrap. What? It tastes better than it looks, is what I'm trying to say.
Oh.
Not that you wouldn't be able to make something that tastes very delectable. Right?
Delicious.
Did I already?
Hello, and welcome to this voiceover. I would like to start by saying that this workout would be done on an off glute day. At the moment, I am prioritizing my glutes, therefore they are making up the majority of my training volume. However, I do dedicate an entire workout to my back and an entire workout for my chest and shoulders in this split. Watch my training split video if you are confused, but to put it simply, my week looks something like this. Today, we are hitting a lighter weight and higher rep back session, and like with all of my training, I still implement undulating periodization, where I vary the loads, sets, and rep ranges from one back workout to the next. Simply, if I do a lighter weight, higher rep session today, the next back day will be a higher weight, lower rep session. And if you're like me and your back is not your priority at the moment, you're probably still going to want to make the most out of the limited sessions that you're getting. Now we can jump straight into what I do after I do my dynamic warm-up, and that is a pre-activation exercise. This is a one arm lat pull-in, and I do this to ensure that I'm making a mind-muscle connection with my lats, which helps me engage them in subsequent exercises. It is best done at a lower weight, and once on the floor, you want to contract your lat and almost like side crunch into it. Do not use your arm or bicep to pull the weight, rather focus on engaging your lat and then finish with that side crunch. With these, I'll do 2 sets of 10 to 12 reps on each side before starting my real workout, regardless if it's a light day or heavy day, so I'll do these no matter what. From here, I do a pronated middle grip lat pull down, using a grip slightly wider than shoulder width and my hands pronated on the bar. This has been shown by EMG data to have the highest amount of lat recruitment when compared to more narrow grips, as well as compared to a supinated grip. Another thing I like to do to optimally engage lat recruitment is a slight lean back, which has also been shown to be more optimal than sitting completely upright. And with these, I will do 3 sets of 10 to 12 reps. Next, I like to do a seated cable row. And the main thing I want to touch on here is a cue I use to avoid engaging my traps. I already have pretty developed traps, so to avoid using them, I make sure I drive my elbows down and back to really make that mind-muscle connection with my lats and avoid that trap involvement. I also like to get a big range of motion, so I will lean as forward as possible and then pull back and squeeze before slowly releasing the eccentric. And I'll do 3 sets of 10 to 12 reps. Moving on to neutral, close grip lat pull downs, which will train the other primary function of the lat, which is shoulder extension. This variation of the lat pull down will allow for a slightly greater range of motion than the first lat pull down we did. And again, I will do about 3 sets of 10 to 12 reps. Make sure when you pull down, you do squeeze and slowly release the eccentric. eccentric. And then my last exercise for this back workout is a cable face pull, which is predominantly for hitting rear delts, but it also does hit the smaller muscles of the mid back. And I like finishing off my back workout with these. And with this exercise, I make sure not to go too heavy and I focus on form. I anchor the rope at shoulder to face height or maybe slightly higher and pull with my palms facing away from each other. And then I pull towards my forehead. And I make sure to contract and squeeze before releasing slowly on the eccentric. And with these, I will also do 3 sets of about 10 to 12 reps. As I previously mentioned, on my heavy days, I like to do higher weight and lower reps. So on those days, just to give you some context, I like to do about 3 sets in the 6 to 8 rep range. And that is it, my friends. Comment below if you would like a chest and shoulders workout next so you can get the inside scoop of what my entire training week looks like. Please like this video if you liked it, subscribe if you are new, and I will see you very soon. Bye!
See if you can do one pull-up.
One pull-up.
I used to do
Come on, come on, get up. Good job.
That's sad. I have a lot more body weight that I'm pulling out.
So you're actually stronger.
That's called progressive overload.
Real friends, how many of us? How many of us? How many jealous? Real friends, there's not many of us. We smile at each other, but how many honest? Trust is